Do you know what the number one most frustrating phrase uttered routinely by traditional pediatricians is still today? Don't worry, they'll grow out of it. We keep hearing stories of parents who are rightfully concerned about things like their baby's colic and constant crying, chronic ear infections, constipation and gut issues, developmental delays, missed milestones, and sensory meltdowns, only to find out later on that their gut instincts were right. And these early infant and childhood health challenges are a sign of neurological dysfunction that kids do not usually grow out of. Instead, they grow into chronic illness and neurological challenges like sensory processing disorder, autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, asthma, allergies, and so forth. So, if you've been told by your traditional pediatrician to just wait and see if your child outgrows symptoms like extreme fussiness, poor sleep, chronic congestion, constipation, or sensory meltdowns, this video will make you think twice. These conditions have real neurological causes behind them that require proper care that actually addresses the root cause instead of just hoping and waiting for them to go away, which is exactly what we'll break down in this video. So if you're a parent who is frustrated, confused, and fed up with your concerns being dismissed and that simple answer that they'll grow out of it, and you know that in your gut something more serious is brewing underneath your child's symptoms, this video is for you. We're going to talk about common childhood conditions like colic, infections, digestive issues, and sensory problems actually stemming from neurological dysfunction and nervous system stress. But we're not just going to give you information, but we'll provide answers and explain why neurologically focused pediatric chiropractic care is so essential to not just relieve symptoms, but truly restore nervous system function and get your child on track developmentally. But before we jump in, let's meet Ruby. When Ruby's tantrums took a turn for the worse, her parents decided to be proactive and follow their gut instead of waiting to see if she would grow out of it. Ruby was having a lot of tantrums that went from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. She would take a really long time to level out, and her mom was worried a lot about the effect the stress was having on her. They knew toddlers having tantrums was common, so they second guessed themselves a lot, saying it was normal. But after a few weeks of care, Ruby's parents realized that they weren't completely stressed out about her tantrums because they weren't nearly as wild or frequent. She also started to try saying more words a few weeks after starting care, and she's gained a lot of confidence in her communication over the last couple of months. Ruby's mom listened to her intuition when things just felt off, and it's incredible to watch other moms like Ruby follow it for their kiddos to thrive. So let's get into it. What's really going on? Why aren't kids growing out of the challenges they're facing at such a young age? Nearly all challenges discussed earlier stem from an underlying neurological cause: stress, dysfunction, and what's called dysautonomia of the central and autonomic nervous system. Frequent congestion and respiratory infections become chronic illnesses like asthma and allergies. Sensory meltdowns, tantrums, and sleep troubles can grow into ADHD and SPD. And colic and reflux can lead to digestive struggles, constipation, and food intolerances or allergies. The cascading effects build on each other and lead from one thing to the other. This cascade of events is what we call the perfect storm. It all starts with excessive neurological stress in utero from a stressful pregnancy. Then add on potential birth trauma for interventions from like forceps, vacuum extraction, induction, and C-section delivery. And finally, when you throw into the mix the exposure to antibiotics, other medications, toxins, and so forth, all of this triggers inflammation within the body and the gut-brain connection. This all becomes a sequence of traumatic, toxic, and life-altering events that a child goes through early in life that leaves their system, their nervous system, stuck in a state of fight or flight and can throw them off track developmentally. All of this early exposure to stress and toxins leaves the child's nervous system subluxated. Subluxation is our chiropractic word for neurological dysfunction, dysregulation, and something called dysautonomia. The nervous system isn't operating in a calm, relaxed, and balanced manner, and instead it's focused more on protection mode. At the root of all chronic illness, whether it's digestive, immune related, or neurodevelopmental, is this singular problem: dysautonomia. Once you understand the perfect storm in terms like subluxation, nervous system dysregulation, and dysautonomia, moms and dads, you'll have found the answers you've been up late at night looking for to explain why your child is so sick and stressed out all the time. As neurologically focused pediatric chiropractors, our team at Reissing Health Family Chiropractic is trained to recognize how this cascade occurs. We seek to find the real root cause of your child's chronic health challenges by diving deep into their case history and running an in-depth neurological exam to find and detect the presence of subluxation, neurological dysfunction, and dysautonomia. If you feel your child's health struggles are being brushed off as just phases they'll outgrow, trust your mom or dad gut and take the next step in learning about subluxation, dysautonomia, and neurologically focused chiropractic care. Click the link below or in our bio to read a detailed article explaining why kids do not simply grow out of most of the childhood health conditions, and to find out more information about how our clinical process and care protocols work. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.